out. Chairs on the sidewalk and there isn't any doubt. That's the invitation, that's the whole announcement. No text, no group chat, just a bass and a pronouncement. Trunk up, the air gets thick. Everybody knows the trick. Not a party, not a plan. Just a box and just a man. Trunk speaker weather rolling down the road. Everything that's in that box is carrying a load for this whole neighborhood. Nobody pays. Space beneath the sidewalk in 11-year haze. Open the whole trunk and let the street fill. That's the only forecast still. Subblast low off a plywood wall. Low end running down the hall. Feel the buzz and take it all. Ramon's 51 and he's done this since 20. Same car, same box, and the box has got plenty of years left. The sun has a system that's better. Digital clean and it doesn't have a stutter. Nobody comes out for that one, nobody. The buzz is the invitation, that's the body. And if you got a thing, it's technically worse. An older, louder, rattling curse of a setup. And people show up when you run it. Don't upgrade, you already want it. The flaw is the summons, don't undo it. Weather from a trunk speaker closing down at 2. Everything the street became tonight, that box grew. Nobody organized it and it happens every week. Bass beneath the folding chairs, rattle in the street. Take the whole buzz and it's the actual call. That's the loudest love of all. 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 He closed the trunk and the temperature dropped. He closed the trunk and the temperature dropped. Nobody tried on. We just got in and drove late 8 and we stayed until dark. Everybody soaked when we walked to the car. Toes in the trunk that we didn't even use. Seats getting ruined and we honestly refused to care. That's the whole state of the evening. Wet in the cabin and the windows all steaming. Hair dripping down the back of the headrest. Cold from the water and the AC's on the lowest. Setting which is freezing, which is perfect. Everybody shivering and nobody would work it out any different. Driving home wet is the best part of the day. And I bet when the hair dries slow, 50 miles and then we're home. Not a comfort, not a chill, just the best part of it still. Wet hair highway, cold against the neck. Everything about this drive is a beautiful wreck. Nobody tried and nobody complained. Bass beneath the wet seat, running like the rain. Take the whole 50 till the hair goes dry. That's the only way to try. Sunroof low with the vents on high. Low and colder than the sky. Feel the water start to fly. faster. Sat in the driveway cause we all knew that after the engine goes off, the whole day is done. Nobody moved for a good 21 minutes. It's the actual ending of a summer. Sitting in a car being nobody's number. And when your day is completely finished and good, don't rush the driveway. Don't do what you should. Sit in the car with your hair getting cold. Let the day finish, don't let it get told. Too fast, let the ending unfold. How we with wet hair drying in tonight. Everything I brought home from the lake felt right. Nobody hurried and the drive was the best. Space beneath the driveway with the engine at rest. Take the whole 50 where you ruin the car. That's exactly what cars are. Nobody dried off. We're still not dry.
We have 4 hours a week, and we spend them perfectly.
She works nights at the hospital, 11 to 7. I work days at the warehouse, 6 to 11. Do the math, that's a marriage on a hallway. Kiss in the door and a text in the daytime. Sunday's the only whole day we get, that's fine. That's the deal, no regret. Left her a note on the counter with the coffee. Nothing romantic, just to check the front left tire. And a heart she wrote back, did it love you sleep? That's the entire correspondence and it's deep. Is anything a poet ever manage? Marriage in the margins, nothing damaged. Her key, my door, we cross. 15 seconds, that's the cost. Not a sadness, not a wall. Just a hallway holding on. Late shift lovers passing in the hall. Everything we've built was built on almost nothing at all. Nobody understands it and it works just fine. Days beneath the floorboards on a very thin line. Take a whole 15, it's enough to last. That's the only clock we've passed. Sub hums low through a sleeping house. Low and quiet as a mouse. Feel the shift change carry us. Sunday came and we did absolutely nothing. Slept till noon and we made a very bad bunch. Then sat on the porch for 6 hours barely speaking. That's the whole week's worth of what we've been seeking. People say, how do you do it like it's hard? It isn't, it's 15 seconds in a car. And if your love lives in a schedule that's brutal, your time together looks completely unusable to anybody counting. The counting is wrong. 15 on a second beats an 8-hour song of two people not there. Stay strong. Lovers on the late shift, meeting at the door. Everything 6. That's the only clock that ticks. We have 4 hours a week, and they are enormous. Mosquito by blessing, reaching in the dawn. Or within a god out that was with the kid and on. Nobody stays inside and stays alive. Base beneath the lawn chairs where I let them thrive. Count on the whole 11, they're a sweet. That's the only proof complete. Of a life, take the worst and a bag from the stand. Bought so many and they're going bad in my hand. Faster than we can eat them. That's the summer. Everything abundant and everything a bummer. By Thursday, juice down my wrist again. Second time this week and it's only been 2 days since the last one. She said look up and I did. And the sky was the same color as the fruit in my hand. And I said so out loud. And she said that's why I said look. Proud of the things she noticed that I would've missed. That's the whole reason for a person like this. Sky splits, the color runs. Everything the day has done comes out orange, comes out low. That's the only way to go. Split peach sky dripping to the west. Everything the evening does out here is at its best. Nobody planned the color, and it happens every night. Based beneath the tailgate in a warm orange light. Eat the whole bag before the sky goes gray. That's the only rule today. Sub hums low with the settling heat. Low and sweeter than the trees. You the color hit the street. 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 Through the pits and the field like we were planning, which we weren't nothing that is going to happen. Still we did it and we made a small ceremony. Out of nothing but a bag and a company. Drove home in the dark with our hands still sticky. Blessed $2 of a whole summer quickly. And if somebody you love says, look at a sky, don't finish your sentence, don't say in a minute, don't try to hold your thought. The sky is on a timer. The person is telling you they found something finer than what you were saying. Go be the climber. Each in the split sky, fading in into blue. Everything she pointed at was gone before we knew. Nobody photographed it, and we both still see it. Based beneath the truck bed where we sat to be it. Take the whole color, it lasted 9 minutes. That's the only thing I'm in. Weekly Street. The sky went gray. And my hands are still sticky. Weekly Street. Weekly Street. Twelve houses, one dead end, and absolutely no supervision. Street that goes nowhere is the safest place on earth for a bike and a ramp and a very poor judgment birth. 8 and 9 years old with a sheet of plywood. heard. Sub-thump slow off a plywood ramp. Low and shaking every lamp. Feel the whole street start to stamp. Mrs. Cabrera came out with the first aid kit. Never said stop, just handed us it. Sat on her porch for the rest of the evening, watching 12 kids do a thing not worth believing. She was the whole safety net, honestly. One woman on a porch, that's the policy. Policy, 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 policy. And if you live on a street where the kids get loud, where the ramp is illegal and the bike is unbowed, don't call the city and don't call their mother. Get a first aid kit and go sit with the other adults on the porch, be the cover. Circus in the cul-de-sac, closing down at 9. Everything we broke out there healed up fine. Nobody stopped us and one person watched. Base beneath the driveway where the ramp got botched. Take the whole dead end. It raised all of us. It's the only kind of trust. 12 houses, one dead end, and one woman watching. You don't have to sit in this car. This car takes you hostage. 80-foot Buick with a bench in the front. Phone that is cooked in 100 July's blunt. Truth is it's a griddle from noon until 9. Shots are a mistake and the mistake is mine. Every single time I have never once learned. Sat down at 2 and I have genuinely burned. Grandpa drove this thing and he never complained. Severed pants like the problem was contained in my choices, which honestly correct. Man had a system that I failed to respect. Towel on the seat, that's the whole technology. Took me 9 summers to accept his apology. Less advice, skin sticks, then it peels. That's the price of these wheels. Not a comfort, not a curse. Just a car that came first. Sticky vinyl seats, cooking in the shade. Everything about this car is a decision that I made. Wrong and I make it again in a heartbeat. Bass beneath the bench seat, rattling the whole street. Take the whole burning, put a towel down first. That's the only trick that works. Something slow through a rusted floor. Low and older than the door. Feel the summer stick some more. Kids won't ride in it, say it smells like a basement, which it does, that's a feature, not a replacement. Level problem, every car I've owned since had cloth and a cup holder and a very clean scent, and none of them ever felt like a place. This one's a room, that's the case. And if you got an object that punishes you daily, that's uncouple ugly, behaving quite badly. Ask if if you trade it. Actually ask us, what we complain about is the mask of love. Keep the task. Final seats ticking, cooling after 9. Everything uncomfortable about this thing is mine. Nobody wants to ride, and I don't need them to. Face beneath the bench seat, coming right through. Take the whole burden, it'll pass by 10. That's the only car I've been. You do not sit in this car. You commit to it. Everyone in line and this car is on, and we're not going anywhere. Parked at the overlook with the engine turned over, just for the radio in the heat in October. Dash lit up like a very small city. Check engine oil and a light with no pity. That's been on since March, and I've never asked why. Whole constellation glowing under the sky. She traced them with a finger like they meant something. Said that one's the brightest, about a warning light. I said that one's the brakes, and she laughed. It's hardest I'd heard her laugh in a moment and a half. Something about a broken thing being pretty. When you stop calling it broken, that's the city. Lights on, nothing to fix. Everything's a warning mix. Not a danger, not a fall. Just the dash has come to a halt. Dashboard constellation, orange in the dark. Everything that's wrong with this is doing us a spark of light. Nobody fixing it and nobody's scared. Base beneath the floor, not where the whole thing's shared. Got the whole panel like it's the sky. It's the only stars nearby. Holy stars nearby. Holy stars nearby. Holy stars nearby. Sub hums low with the idle speed. Low and warm, burn beneath the seat. Feel the broken thing complete. Fix the car in the spring cause I had to. Mechanic clear the lights and I didn't want to. Tell him not to. Drove home with the dash full of nothing and it felt like a crash of some kind. She said I miss the stars. That's the truest thing said about cars. And if you got a thing that's broken but functioning, a car, a house, a habit that's summoning every warning. Sometimes the broken is the room where you actually live. Don't rush to consume. The fix and some faults are a bloom. Constellation on the dashboard, cleared out in the spring. Everything I fixed that year took away a thing. I didn't know I loved until the panel went black. Base beneath the overlook, wanting it back. Take the whole warning, it was better lit. That's the only night I miss a bit. Every light is off now, and we still park there. says no when the county has a reason. 3 fires last year in this exact season. Nobody cares, that's the honest reporting. On neighborhood out and the neighborhood sorting itself into 2 camps. The ones with the lightest, no homie, no lighters. Both of them fighters. Got the good stuff from a shed in Missouri. Sets them in a bucket cause his aim is a worry. Everybody's standing further back than they should, which is exactly correct. And it's understood that someone will lose an eyebrow tonight. That's a tax we accept for the light. He's lit, the crowd steps back. Everything is off the track. Not a show and not a crime, just a bucket and a time. Fireworks illegal, screaming off the street. Everything the county banned is exploding at our feet. Nobody called it in and everybody heard. Bass beneath the pavement with a very loud word. Wait, the whole bucket till the bucket's out. That's the only holiday out. The cracks low with the mortars boom, low and shaking every room. Feel the whole block make room. Cops came at midnight and they came very slow, which is how you know they didn't want to know. Officers stood there, looked at the bucket, said keep it in the street, and he honestly said it, then he left. Everybody cheered and continued. Some laws are a suggestion and the town is continued. And to whoever calls it in from behind their blinds, who reports to July and its ordinary crimes. Come outside, there's a bucket and a lighter. The kids will make room, the night gets brighter. Don't be a rider. Illegal fireworks dying at 2. Everything we launched tonight came out of a shoe box from Missouri and it lit the whole road. Bass beneath the smoke cloud carrying the load. Ooh, take the whole bucket, it was worth the fine. That's the only holiday of mine. Somebody drove to the state line. We always My whole summer is written on my shoulders in 2 colors. Lying at the sleeve from a shirt I wore working. Lying at the wrist from a watch I keep turning. Off in the evening and forgetting to wear a whole map of my June painted right there. Nobody photographs it, that's fine. It's not for anyone but me in the bathroom mirror door. Mother had one every year of my childhood. Farmer's tin, she called it, said the phrase like she should be embarrassed. She was not, she was proud woman who worked outside, and she said it out loud when the church ladies mentioned it. She laughed, said that's a paycheck, that's the appetite. Line stays the season's proof. Everything under the roof of a summer that got worked. That's the only badge that's earned. Tan line season drawn across the arm. Everything I did outside has left a kind of charm. Nobody chose it, and it's not for display. Bass beneath the understands. It's a craft, the line on your arm is a diploma that fades every year. That's the aroma of real work. There's no diploma. Season of a tan line fading in the cold. Everything the sun wrote is a thing I never told anyone about, and it's leaving anyway. Bakes beneath the fan of the closing of the day. Take the whole outline, it'll go by December. That's the only way I remember. It's the only way I remember. That's the only way I remember.
My whole summer is fading off my shoulders now.
Nobody has ever said anything true on the first one. First beer's a costume, and you're still being polite. Second one's better, and the second one's alright. Third beer's the honest. Everybody knows this. Fourth is a liar, and the fifth is atrocious. There's a window of about 45 minutes where the truth comes out. That's the whole business. Grandma told me at 9 on a Tuesday that he hated his job in a very quiet way. He never said it 11 years running. Said it to a lawn chair and a bottle in my hum and agreement. That's all it takes sometimes. Somebody to be there in the right window of time. Third one, the gate comes down. Everybody's real in this town. Not a drunk and not a fall, just an hour with no one. Beer, philosophy, spoken in the yard. Everything we can't say sober isn't even hard out here. Nobody's arguing and nobody's smart. Based beneath the lawn chair, listening to heart. Take the whole hour, it goes fast to 10. That's the only truth we've been. Sub hums low, the crickets run. full of haven. Take honey in my phone at 4%. Stood there doing math on a thing I couldn't prevent. Woman behind me in a truck full of dogs said how much you need, like it was nothing at all. I said I'm fine, cookies live a reflex forgiving. She said you're not and she put in a 5 verse word times 4, $20, no discussion. Wouldn't take my number, wouldn't take my information. Said somebody did it for me in 98. Then she drove off, that's the whole trade. Nozzle clicks, the tank fills up. Somebody paid and drove off. Not a charity, not a debt, just a thing I can't forget. Gas station angel, 20 at the pump. Everything I couldn't do got handled in a jump. Buddy witnessed it and she didn't want one. Base beneath the concrete under sodium sunlight. Take the whole 20, pass it down the line. That's the only interest fund. Sub homes left a canopy away. Low and steady in the fluorescent night. Feel the whole road turn out right. Did it myself in a February later. Kitted at a pump with a face like a crater of embarrassment. I said how much you need, he said I'm fine, and I said you're not. Same creed, different weather, put in 30 and left. Told him 98, then I took off. And if somebody helps you and won't take it back, won't take your number, won't take the stack, that's not you and that's you enrolling in a very old system that just keeps rolling. Forward, pay it forward, keep it strolling. Angel at the gas pump, gone before I turn. Everything she gave me was a thing that I returned twice now, and I'll do it till I'm done. Base beneath the interstate at a 1:15. Take the whole 20, it was never heard. That's how the whole thing works. That's how the whole thing works.
She didn't have to. And now neither do I.
Storm's 40 miles out, and it's putting on a show for nobody. Sat on the hood at the edge of the county. Sky going white in a rhythm that's bounty. No sound, that's the part that undoes me. Light with no thunder is a thing that really used me. Down to nothing, everything that big happening silent is a hell of a gig. Counted the seconds like my grandfather taught. Never heard a thing, so the count was not. But a habit, some habits outlive their reason. Kept it anyway through a very long season. I'm not needing, no how far off a storm is. Still I count, that's how a person forms. Flash, wait, nothing comes. Everything is distant drums. Not a threat and not a sign. Just a storm that isn't mine. Lightning far off, lighting up the plane. Everything enormous out there won't arrive as rain. Nobody's under it and it goes on anyway. Base beneath the hood metal. At the ending of the day, watch the whole thing burn 40 miles out. That's the only silent show.
that's a fair.
And if you've been watching something huge from a distance, somebody's collapse, somebody's brilliance, it isn't yours and it lights up your face. Don't pretend you're in it, don't take the place. Just watch it honestly. That's the grave. Far off lightning closing down the west. Everything is threatened out there, Mr. Sad. Best or worst, depending on whose field you own. Base beneath the gravel where I sat alone. Take the whole show, it wasn't for me. That's the only thing I see. Storm 60 miles out now and still going. By midnight, everybody in here is wearing everybody else. Glitter on my collarbone, that isn't mine. Somebody hugged me in the middle of a line and left it there. I've got a stranger on my skin, and the stranger's got my eyeliner. That's the win. Crowd this tight has a chemistry to it. Everybody's borrowed and nobody knew it. Hair went flat in the first 30 minutes. Whole look I planned at extremely short limits. Doesn't matter, nobody in the crowd decides. Being looked at, everybody's got their eyes forward. That's the freedom nobody mentions. Being unseen in a room of intentions. Sweat runs the glitter sticks. Everybody in the mix. Not a mess and not a fall, just a body in it all. Sweat and glitter running down the neck. Everything I plan tonight is beautifully erect. Nobody's looking and I never felt this scene. Base beneath the barricade, loud is stopping. See the whole crowd, it holds you up. That's the only thing that fills. Sub slam slow through 1,000 feet. Low and binding every beat. Feel the whole floor become a sea. Found my friends at 2 by a very small miracle. Everybody wrecked and completely identical. In condition, glitter, sweat, and a grin. Nobody could speak from the state of our skin and throats. Walk to the car like survivors. Best 3 hours of the year, no rivals. And whoever stands at the back with their arms crossed. Who came for the music and thinks the crowd is the cost? The crowd is the thing, the sound is the excuse. Get in the middle, let the stranger get loose. every second. Been there since before I was born, I reckon. Every night of my life it has done the same. Nobody's ever told me the tower's name. Just the tower, that's the whole designation. Loneliest object in this entire nation. Used to lie in bed at 8 watching it flash through the window, through the pines, through the glass. Thought it was talking and I made up a language. Red means still, read it still, it was anguish. Your comfort depended on the kind of week. Same light either way, same red, no speak. Blink, wait, blink again, nothing changes, that's the plan. Not a warning, not a friend, just a red that doesn't end. Radio tower red, flashing on the hill. Everything I've lost down here, that thing is watching still. Nobody maintains it, and it never goes out. Base beneath the valley in a low and steady dial. Watch the whole night out, it'll blink you through. That's the only thing that's true. Someone's low through my pine, low and matching the red light. Feel the hill keep perfect time. Came back at 34 for a funeral briefly. Stayed in my old room and I lay there and chiefly looked out the window, same red, same second. Something in my chest did a thing I can't reckon. Not sadness, just the fact of the staying. Everything I am changed, the light kept saying. If there's an object from your childhood still standing, a water tower, a sign, a building still handing out the same shape to the sky every night. Go look at it once, don't overthink the sight. It kept your place, that's the right. Red on the radio tower, blinking in the dawn. Everything I recognize down here is mostly gone. Nobody thinks about it and it holds up the sky. Base beneath the ridge line, steady as a sigh. Take the whole blinking, it'll outlive us. That's the only steady pulse. There's a red light on a hill, and it saw all of it. Everybody's watching and the water is a rumor. Public pool closed and the fans had a give. 6 of us over and the 6 of us live on the hot board, 12 feet in a ladder. Nobody's done it and starting to matter. Who goes first? That's the entire question. Everything at 17 is a test in succession. Dre went up and he stood there for minutes. Came back down and we didn't say a bit of anything. That's the rule, that's a mercy. The nurse went up and she didn't even survey the situation. Just walked off the end, whole night changed. That's how it bends, forward bends. The water's black, nothing but the stepping back. Not a triumph, not a shame, just a foot that leaves the frame. Diving board there, 12 feet in dark. Everything you are is decided at the mark. Nobody makes you and nobody forgets. Face beneath the deep end, thick as the regrets. Walk the whole plank till the plank runs out. That's the only thing to find out. Sub booms low with the bodies hit, low and swallow when the whole split. Feel the water take the whip, whip. Feel the water take the whip, whip. I went forth and I did it very badly. Landed flat and the flat hurt madly. Everybody screaming and completely delighted. Came up laughing with my whole chest ignited. Dre went last after all, that's the part that I keep. He went, that's the art. And whoever's been standing at the end of a board, not for a pool, for a thing you can't afford to get wrong. The standing is the worst of it all. Nobody remembers if you barely flop the fall. They remember you and take the call. Dare on the diving board, ending in a splash. Everything I feared up there was gone inside a flash. Nobody scored it and we all came out fine. Base beneath the tile edge, running down the line. Take the whole 12 feet, it goes fast. That's the only fear that lasts. That's the only fear that lasts. Everybody jumped and the water kept a secret.
miles of the exact same sentence.
Interstate flat with a curve every hour. Corn on the left, doing corn like a tower. Nothing same billboard 9 times over. Jesus then fireworks, then Jesus then rover. Truck stop, that's the entire liturgy. Whole state reciting itself back to me. Started at 4 and it's coming up on midnight. Radio gone to a station pure static, which I left on because the silence is worse. Crew set at 9 over, that's my whole verse. Nothing happens for an hour and then nothing happens again, and I've never loved something like cash is going. Everything's the same, it's slowing. Not a boredom, not a chore, just a road that has no more. Mirage, hypnotizing clear. Everything ahead of me looks like what was here. Nobody drives this far for a place, honestly. Bass beneath the tire, hum steady as the sea. Run the whole state till the state runs out. That's the only thing to be about. Subdrome slow with the engines turn. Low and flatter than the bird. Feel the whole map, fail to learn. Pulled over at 2 cause I wasn't there anymore. Might have gone somewhere for the last hour or 4. Body drove fine and that terrifies me. Napped in the seat with the windows all breezy. Woke at 4:30 with the sky going pink. Drove the last 100, didn't need to think. And if you've been on a road that's not going anywhere, same job, same street, same everything to bear. The hypnosis is real and the driving is fine, but pull over sometimes, get out of the line. Nap in the seat, that's the sign. Mirage on the highway, breaking into dawn. Everything identical is finally gone. Nobody remembers the middle of a drive. Bass beneath the mile markers keeping me alive. Take the whole nothing, it got me across. That's the only useful loss. 300 miles ended in a different sentence. Miles ended in a different sentence. Yes, I know it's midnight. That's not the question. Black lenses on a room with no windows. Everybody judging and the judging is introductory. They don't know what's behind them. Not a flex, not a bit, and I don't have to mind them. Cried for an hour in a car in the garage. Came in anyway, that's the whole montage. Girl at the bar said you can't even see. I said correct and I ordered us 3 drinks. She stayed and she never asked again. That's the friend you keep, that's the difference between people who need an answer and people who just sit down beside you. That's the whole of it. Lens down, the room goes soft. Everything I'm carrying's up. Not a costume, not a lie, just a wall in front of my eyes. Sunglasses after dark, ridiculous and true. Everything I'm hiding tonight is nothing about you. Nobody's entitled to a face that's on display. Bass beneath the bar stool in a low and steady way. Wear the whole dark till the dark isn't needed. That's the only way I've bleeded. Sorrow through the crowded room. No one hiding in the gloom. her darkened sunglasses, walking to the door. Everything I came in with is lighter than before. Nobody solved it, somebody stayed. Base beneath the sour where the whole thing got made. Take the whole armor, fold it away. That's the only debt I'll pay. Yes, it was midnight, and I saw everything. Yes, it was midnight, and I saw everything.
That sound means somebody either arrived or gave up.
Spring on the frame that has never been oiled. Bang like a snare and the timing is spoiled. Every conversation in the 10-foot radius. Mother installed it in a year that was gracious to nobody. She said it tells her who's home. That's the security system made of aluminum and foam. Learn to catch it at 11 with 2 fingers. Only got it, let it close like a whisper. That's how you sneak, that's the only technique. Everybody in this family has had that week where the door was the difference between free and grounded. Whole adolescence on a hinge, unbounded. Hey, someone's in or out. That's the only news about. Not a doorbell, not a call. Just a spring that tells it all. Screen door slam, cracking through the heat. Everything that happens here announces from the street. Nobody sneaks in a house with this frame raised beneath the linoleum, calling out your name. Let the whole thing bang. There's nothing to hide. That's the only way inside. Sub cracks low with the springs release. Low and rattling the whole crease. Feel the house lose its peace. Sold a place in a spring that was awful. Buyer said the door was a thing they'd be tossing out. I asked if I could take it and they laughed. Loaded it into my truck like a raft. Hung it on a shed that does not need a door. Bang it once a summer, that's what it's for. And whatever sound your childhood house made. The stair, the pipe, the fan with the blade, the tick. Go find it before the place sells. Take it, it's not nostalgia, it's the bells of a whole life. That's what it tells. Slam up the screen door, hanging on a shed. Everything it used to say has never once been said since. And I bang it every tune anyway. Bass beneath the back, on an ordinary day. Take the whole sound, it's the only need. It's a house I'll never need. That sound still means somebody's home. Something out here burned me and it was in the sun. Full one came up over the water like a verse. Everybody said look, and the looking was perfect. Silver on the sand, doing things to the color. Everybody's face, we all look like another species. Entirely cold and expensive. Nobody was pretty, everybody was a mess. Stayed out till 3 with my back on the dune. Woke up different and I blamed it on the moon. Just stupid, nothing up that does a thing to a person on a beach. And yet the following week I was changed in a way I can't argue. Some nights leave a mark and the mark isn't tissue. Light, it's no heat at all. Something still nothing like it's been. Nobody explains why a light with no heat, base beneath the shoreline, pulling at my feet. Take the whole silver, it'll mark you clean. That's the only burn I've seen. Sub rolls low with the tides return. Low and colder than the bird. Feel the silver take its turn. Told my sister and she said you got moonburn. Like it's a thing, like a word she'd already learned. From where she said grandma used to say it about a night that changes you when you can't repay it. Or explain it just a light and a shore. Whole family said it, that's the lore. And if you've had a night that rearranged your interior with no event and nothing superior happening at all, just a light and an hour. You're not being dramatic. That's the power of a moon on a person. That's the flower. Burn from the moon, fading into gray. Everything it altered in me is here to stay. Nobody believes it, and I don't need them to. Base beneath the wet sand, cold and coming through. Take the whole silver, it doesn't leave a scar. That's exactly what you are.